Hey everybody, it's Trevor here with the channel where every day is range day, and in this week's video we're going to be going through a review of what's probably my favorite pair of range pants, which would be the Stonecutters from 511 Tactical. Let's check it out. Alright guys, and as we get into this, just a disclaimer up front, these pants were not sent to me or anybody else on the channel. I bought these with my own money a couple years ago, and I've used them as my preferred range pant and also even as work pants over the past couple years, so I figured it'd be a good time to do a review of these on the channel, let you know what we think about them. Aside from the typical guns and gear and carriers and belts and things like that, a good pair of pants are also pretty important to having a great day at the range, and it's especially nice if they can serve double duty at your work as well. I want to say Chandler was the first one on the channel to actually buy these pants, but I got a pair of these Stonecutters from 511 Tactical right at about, or maybe over 2 years ago so far, and I've used them as my preferred range pants so far, and I also like to use them a bit at work whenever I have to do some more outdoor field type stuff. Again, these are from 511 Tactical, and you can find them on the internet from about $30 to $35 or so the price is definitely right. They seem to always be on sale somewhere, and they're marked at like $79.99 on the website, but again, I got mine for probably $30-35 or something like that, and that's probably where you'd be able to find them as well. But looking into the pant, of course, it is a full-length sort of tactical style pant from 511 Tactical. There's a couple of features to go over for this particular pair of pants. The first one that catches my eye is, of course, the different material that kind of catches you right above the knee here. This layer of material is an extra reinforced layer of nylon with a Teflon coating to improve the waterproofing, and it's also just a super durable layer compared to the rest of the pants. This is particularly helpful if you're hiking through the woods or something outdoors, or briars or something like that could be tugging at your pants. This stuff just kind of grazes right off of this particular layer of pant here, and I've found it to be a super durable outer layer for the pants. If you're not into two-tone, there's a little bit of that action going on here, but it does blend pretty well in for the color, and I think it's an incredibly useful feature of these pants, especially again if you like to use these for more of an outdoors hiking type setting, be it for work or just on the weekends. Again, that layer goes up the back of the pants as well and has improved waterproofing and durability. There's also a pocket here that would fall right above the knee that I find to be just the perfect spot for your cell phone. Speaking more about pockets, these pants have tons of them. I want to say there's probably 9 pockets in total. Each of the legs has a pocket where that reinforced layer of fabric goes, in addition to your 2 normal pockets that you find on a pair of pants. The right leg also has a smaller utility type pocket, kind of rear of the front pocket that I talked about on your right knee that you can see here. And there are a total of 4 pockets on the back. 2 of them are in the normal spot that you would think, and then there's 2 smaller pockets that are sort of located right above and to the side of them that you can see here. And these are conveniently sized for an AR mag that you can see right here. That's another cool feature of these pants that's a bit more tactical, I could say, as opposed to just outdoor hiking pants. And it does function as a nice spot to either store an empty AR mag if you're wandering around the range and you don't have a dump pouch, or even to just keep one fully loaded. Before I got my S-Tac set up, I did have these pants, and I actually ran it with AR mags in the back pockets here. It's a little bit tighter once you have them on compared to an actual holster. The reach isn't quite as nice, but for a spare feature on this pair of pants, it's pretty handy. But overall, there's plenty of pockets to keep everything that you need, and another feature on the main front pockets is that there's reinforced stitching and sort of a gusset here on the inside of the pocket and on the outside, right about where a knife or belt clip would go. And again, the extra gusseting here for the knife clip or whatever type of utility item you could fit on either of these pockets here isn't exactly super novel, but it is quite nice to have on this set of pants. And I have noticed that compared to some of my other work pants or even a set that I have from LEPG, the little reinforcement here with the double fabric and extra stitching is a good bit tougher than I've seen on some other pants. But it's just another neat little feature that I wanted to point out. I get a lot of value and utility out of it. And it's nice to see this little feature here being just a little bit more tougher and more durable than on some other pants that I happen to have. Apart from the pockets, as we work our way up the pants, so to speak, you'll notice that once we transition out of this sort of thicker nylon material that I've mentioned, the material does change a little bit. It's still decently waterproof on the outside, though not as much as this Teflon coated stuff here. But as you get into the pockets and up more into the waistband, you'll notice some of this material here that's a bit stretchier, and that is some comfortable material that helps with the fit of these pants. You'll notice a strip of it here around the waist, then another one here right above where the pockets go. It's a little bit of stretch material here on either side, and it goes a long way for making the pants fit just right and being comfortable to boot. You don't want them too loose or too baggy, but you also don't want them squeezing you too tightly if they don't fit 100% right. While we're talking about fit and sizing on these type pants, I would probably recommend, based on how your pants fit, to maybe consider upsizing. I wear a 30-32 in my jean size, so that's what I got these at. I would say the waist fits probably pretty good. If my jeans were a hair tight on me normally, these would definitely be too tight, but my jean waist size fits pretty good. So the 30 might just be a hair snug. Again, this elastic piece here on the waist definitely helps with that, so I don't find the waist to be too big of an issue. I got the 32-inch length on these pants, and I probably wish I should have got the 34. It doesn't come up too high, but I would probably recommend that if you find a pair of these, go just a size up on the length for sure, especially if your jeans fit you just about right. Definitely no need to undersize or anything like that. But again, going on up from the pockets, taking a look at the belt loops. The belt loops are considered extra wide compared to like normal blue jeans or something like that, and there are quite a few of them. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 belt loops, and they're kind of spaced pretty close together on the back of the pants that you can see here. It's a little annoying at first, I thought, when putting the belt on and off all the time, but this extra wide belt loop here in the back does a great deal also of helping to keep the pants secure to you and also sticking onto your belt. Now, all these belt loops could be an option for your range belt if you use something like I do with a ton of stuff on there, where you have the belt clips on your attachments that loop over the belt. Sometimes a belt loop does get in the way since there's so many of them, but you could also just afford to skip a belt loop if that were the case and one were to fall, right where you want these belt clips to sit. But in terms of durability, the belt loops are top notch. The stitching is double done on the top and the bottom, and they are pretty durable belt loop, I must say. That's an important characteristic, especially if you're using these for more of a range duty purpose and you have more stuff on a battle belt or something like that. You definitely don't want flimsy belt loops that could risk the security of your gear. That being said, I can get away with skipping probably this loop right here to fit my mag holsters, and the other one fits actually just right for a single pistol on one side. Your results might vary, of course, and if you have a dedicated range belt that would wrap all the way around it, no problems whatsoever. The only negative I guess I could say about these belts has to do with the buttons here. Normally these come with a double button, one on the normal side that you can see here, and then there's another one that comes on the inside of the belt that would hook into this little loop right next to the normal button. As you can see on my pair of pants, after about 2 years, that little button is no longer there. I have it upstairs somewhere, something like that, but the little bit of threading on these buttons didn't last very well on this little interior one. This one's still doing okay, but the threading on this particular button is actually a nylon band that just goes right through it in more of a loop or a strap type construction. And the little button on here was just your typical like little threads that kind of go through in the X pattern, like you'd find on a dress shirt or something. I'm not sure why they use this particular strapping on this button and then just the thin thread on the other one, maybe because it's a secondary button or something like that, but this thing did fall off not too long ago. I still have it, but just curious why they elected with this type of material on this button and then went kind of cheap on this one. If I had any complaints about this set of pants, that would be it, but it's not a super big deal, especially if you have a decent belt. This button more or less just keeps things closed, and this will keep the pants tight to you. But overall, from a range perspective, this set of pants has been absolutely great. The price is right at $30-35 or so, and there's plenty of neat features that make them sort of tailored to a range type capacity. You got the AR mag pockets, additional pockets on the front of your pant legs for other pieces of gear you might be carrying, some reinforced pieces on the lower legs so you can walk through briars, or it's not tough on your pants too much if you happen to be kneeling or something like that. And the reinforced gusseting on the pockets makes it great for other kind of clip-on attachments like a knife or utility light that you might have in your pockets. Again, this has been my preferred range pant for the past couple of years, and I think Chandler is pretty partial to them as well. The color I have shown here is called Grenade, and it is a sort of grenade-y green type color. And they also have a dark brown called Burnt or something like that. They had a gray at one point, I want to say, a black, a khaki, and then another sort of coyote type color as well. And overall, I would recommend these for a range pant perspective. And they can also do double duty in an outdoor or hiking type application, say if you're doing a lot of field work for work or bushwhacking on the weekends or something like that. These hold up pretty well for that application as well. And that is largely due to this reinforced gusseting that runs up and down the front length of the pant. I'm a huge fan of that feature. I'll talk about it way more than I should, but it just really makes these pants, if you ask me. They've been extra comfortable to wear all day, no matter what I'm doing. And I would recommend these pants if you're looking for a good outdoor hiking pant or even a range day pant to add to your setup. And again, I got these for around $30, $35, but unfortunately it looks like they're getting a little harder to find these days. I don't know if that's just because 511 isn't making as many of them for supply chain reasons or something, or maybe they're thinking about or working on discontinuing this particular pant, which would be quite unfortunate. I've been having trouble finding additional pairs in my size lately, and my only regret would have been not buying a couple more of these 2 years ago when I first did. That being said, if anybody knows if these particular pants might be discontinued or perhaps being replaced with an upgraded model, please let us know. I know I would definitely be interested in finding out, snagging a couple more if I happen to find them, or looking for that new upgraded product. And that looks like it's going to be it for the video today, guys, on my quick review of the Stonecutter Pants from 511 Tactical. They're a super solid range day pant that's comfortable to wear all day and have a nice set of features that tailor to the range, including their AR magazine pockets in the back half of the pants. They can also do double duty for an outdoor or hiking type scenario, either on the weekends for fun or even if that's what you do for a living. I know myself and Chandler are big fans of this particular pant on the channel, and it's something I would recommend for a range pant, especially if you're looking for something that doesn't exactly break the bank. At 35 bucks, the price is definitely right for these, and they've lasted beautifully over the past 2 years for me. If you like this video, feel free to leave a like down below, and if you have any questions about the 511 Tactical Pants, or if you know where these might be easier to find, or maybe they're being upgraded with a new replacement, definitely let us know down below in the comments. We'd love to hear from you guys. And as always, make sure to subscribe to the channel, where every day is range day. Thank you for watching.